subscribers. What's up to my tribe? We're able to go live now, and it's awesome feeling that we can make this YouTube channel. I started this YouTube channel really because I want to spread awareness of foster care and adoption. I wanted to put out information and educational videos so people wanting to get into foster care could have them. I remember when my wife and I were getting into foster care and we didn't have resources. We didn't have that tribe. So really, I'm just trying to build the tribe that I wish I had back when I started foster care. So, me and my wife, Brianna, have fostered 14 kids and adopted 2. And it's been a struggle, and it's been fun, and it's been enlightening. And so I wanted to be that backbone for somebody else. There's a lot of people that want to have kids. There's a lot of people thinking about fostering. There's 200,000 foster care families in the United States, but there's 400,000 foster kids in the United States. Where I live right now, there's about 20,000 kids in the foster care system here in Florida. About 7,000 of those, or a little bit more than 7,000, are waiting for their forever home to be adopted. And I just seen a big gap in it. So I designed this YouTube channel, and I designed a Facebook to try to have a Facebook group and a Facebook hub that people can come to for resources, to bounce ideas off of each other. So we're gonna have to have veterans of foster care and adoption to help these people that are just getting into it. People need us. Kids need us. There's foster kids coming into the system each day. I mean, sometimes I believe that they come in by the minute, really. And it's gotten better. It's gotten better. In 2023, there was almost 600,000 kids in the foster care system, and now there's 400,000. So we're getting better. Hey guys, got 12 people on here. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel for everything that's foster care related, everything that is adoption related. We really want to get on here and be a support and be a hub for foster care and adoption, and just hang out with us. I believe that foster care is for everyone. Adoption is for everyone. And maybe that people don't have the resources to adopt or foster. Maybe they have somebody that they can share this with that is looking for information about fostering and adopting. And I appreciate you sharing this and sharing the awareness of foster care and adoption. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the comments, guys. If you have any questions about foster care and adopting, go ahead and put it in the comments, and I'll actually answer them live right here, right now, while we're on the live. I just think it's really fun to make videos and stuff like that. I've done YouTube before, but it's like God is shifting focus. And it's crazy that I just said God, and like half the people that were on here is gone. But I believe that foster care and adoption is a God mandate. It's mandated by God to take care of the orphans, take care of the fatherless, take care of the widows, right? So I believe that foster care is actually mandated by God, and everybody has a place in it. Everybody can have a place in it. It doesn't mean that you have to have kids in your home. It doesn't have to mean that you have to adopt a kid. And adopting a kid doesn't have to be millions of dollars. Me and my wife adopted our two from the foster care system, and it didn't cost us a dime. Actually, they helped us. They helped us take care of them, right? So that's a big thing. Um, I wanted to say too, we do have the playlist and the classes. Foster Care 101. The classes there. I'm gonna be uploading every Friday at 2 o'clock. Those classes, so you'll be able to get on there and see those. You know, um, and it's just a big vision. We're going to be having a nonprofit to help kids in need. We're not just going to be talking about it, we're going to be about it, right? So we're going to have a nonprofit, and we're going to um, open up group homes. That's the main focus and the main goal, is to open up group homes here in Florida so we can help these kids, help them with life skills, help them adapt to their communities. And we believe here at the tribe of foster care and adoption that reunification is the goal of foster care. So I want to be able to help the people, the biological parents that actually got their kids taken away, get them back, to reunify these kids with their families, their biological families, so they can be a family again. There's myths about foster care that, well, they just take our kids, and no, really, it's just an unsafe place for them at the moment. But here at the Tribe Foster Care and Adoption, we want to actually help reunification, help the biological parents get what they need to be safe, be able to have those kids back in their life and into their home. So this is a mission. This is a tribe. This is a group of people that want to help each other and help other people. How you doing, Jose? Jose? Little fake butt 83. If you guys are still on here, how you doing? My wife and I have a heart for foster care for quite some time. We adopted our two in March 22nd of 2023. So we've had them a couple of years now. We just had a heart for adoption and a heart for foster care, as God does, and we're actually hosting our awareness nights, fostering the love of God here in Florida. We're trying to get churches involved, and we really do believe that it's a mandate by God to father the fatherless and to take care of widows and orphans, and that's what we're doing. And because we have received a spirit of adoption, which we cry out, Abba, Father. That's what the Word of God says, and we want to spread that spirit of adoption. Adoption is a spirit, I believe. That's what the Bible calls it. So, any questions? We'll be hanging out here. This is our first live, so I was looking at the analytics a little bit of this channel, and 98% of the views that we get are new viewers. That means 98% of the people that watch this channel are not subscribed. They're not subscribed. So, like I said before, just because you can't foster a child, just because you're not wanting to foster a child, just because you're not wanting to get involved with that kind of stuff, doesn't mean you can't subscribe. Doesn't mean that you can't still share and like and comment. Um, I know there's a lot of people out there that um, hello, how are you doing? There's a lot of people out there that know people that want to foster and adopt. You don't always have to go overseas and adopt kids from overseas. You can adopt them right where you're at, and usually it's cheaper that way. You don't have any of the overhead of adopting kids from overseas. You don't have any of the transportation fees and stuff like that. Good. I'm glad you're doing fine. Nargado, is that how you say your name? Yes, I'm doing great. Yes. We're just trying to spread the awareness of foster care and adoption, giving kids stability and a purpose. It's pronounced how it looks. Okay. Nagato. Gotcha. So go ahead and subscribe if you're watching, or if you're watching on the replay. Again, I'm just going through kind of like the analytics of the channel, trying to grow this channel and grow a community at the same time, right? We want to do three things. We want to bring awareness, we want to bring resources, and we want to bring support. We want to support you in your journey. Because again, we know how it's like not to have that support. We know how it's like to not have that backbone when you're trying to foster and adopt. And I wanted to say too, the fostering and adoption, it's a call. It's a call. My wife and I didn't just wake up and say, you know what, today I'm gonna go to the foster care agency and take 12 classes and become a foster parent. It really didn't happen that way. We were called by God to do it. Um, there was a church in Ohio that about 6 families in that church were foster care families, and we just jumped on board with them. And like I said before, we didn't always have a community there. We did a lot of stuff on our own. We did have a couple of people that we hung out with and stuff like that, but um, we know how it is to do things with not as many people as you would like to. So we're just hanging out today, trying to get some people on, trying to get some awareness started. So where are you guys from? Go ahead and drop in the comments where you guys are from. Awareness of foster care and adoption. Do you know what foster care is? Because a lot of people don't know what foster care even is. They don't know really what adoption is. So if you want me to, I can go ahead and you're well aware. Okay. Have you known somebody that was in foster care, or have you been in it yourself? You knew somebody in foster care? Yeah. So it was one of your friends or somebody that you knew? Because a lot of times, they look just like normal people. They are normal people. They just have been taken to a safe place and put in somebody else's home for a little bit of time. I think that if we gave biological families the support that they needed, they would be able to take care of their kids and get them back. But again, they need to have to want to get them back, because a lot of families, they have differences, right? Just like anybody. But most of the reason people get taken from their homes is one is neglect, one is abuse, and things of that sort. And we've seen sometimes they get taken because the neglect, yes, but it's because they don't have the money to feed them or provide for them the right care that they need. And we want to be able to help in that way. I want to be able to um, help people get their kids back and their life on track. We do have a GoFundMe that we've started, and we're wanting to start that to raise money for the group homes that we're going to be having here in Florida. So that's going to be good. I would love it if some of you that are watching um, would partner with us and join in on the mission. I know we have one person here that said that they knew somebody in foster care. So I believe that everybody that would watch this knows somebody that was either in foster care or somebody that they know somebody that was in foster care or wants to do foster care. I've had, like I said, I had 14 foster care kids. Some were in there for in our house for 2 weeks. Some were in our house for months. I mean, and we've only did foster care for 2 years. So if this will bring hope, I'll consider it. Yeah, it'll bring hope. Yeah. Um, so let me answer the question: why children enter into foster care? We talked about it a little bit, right? Um, children enter into foster care because of neglect or abuse, unsafe living conditions. Sometimes where they're living is unsafe. And a big thing around where I'm at right now is parental substance abuse, mental health issues, things of that sort. Or they get incarcerated. When a person goes to jail and they don't have a mom or a dad there, then they would be taken into the custody of the state and be put in a foster home if they didn't have um, a mom or dad, or if the mom went to jail or if the dad wasn't around. All children entering into foster care have experienced loss or trauma. They've experienced loss or trauma of some kind. Um, and when they go into care, um, there's a report and investigation involved. A child welfare agency investigates and reports of abuse or neglect. If the child is unsafe, the court authorizes the removal of that child. And again, that might be of abuse, parents abusing them, other siblings abusing them, things of that sort as well. Drugs, unsafe environment. They don't have the money to um, feed the kids or money to have a stable place for them to stay. Um, Placement. Children are placed with either relatives. This is called kinship care. right? Kinship care is where they go with their grandmother or grandfather or aunt, uncle, somebody related to them. Another place that they would go to is a licensed foster family. When that happens, and some of them go to group home settings or treatment programs when it's necessary. And this is how the system works. If it's permanent, if it has to be permanent, the system works toward reunification. Like we talked about that earlier. Reunification is when the child goes back with their mother and father, when it's a safe place, when they've gotten help and got off of the drugs, or gotten the anger management that they need. It might result in adoption. Adoption is a legal way of a child becoming part of your family. We adopted two kids. They both have our names. Both of them have our names on their birth certificates now. Then there's guardianship. Guardianship is like adoption, but it's when you're placed with somebody and they're your parent. So, and then we have the independent living or older youth. If that child or that youth is 17 or 18, they will likely grant them um, to be out of the custody. All right, 23,000 18-year-olds age out of the foster care system a year, right? Um, and they are going homeless. 50% of them go homeless after they age out. The top three states in foster care in the United States is California, Illinois, and Florida. Now let's talk about why foster parents matter, right? Foster parents are critical members of a child support team, offering safety and stability, emotional care. They help with people. They help kids with school. They help them in court and the services. In Florida, it's DCF, Department of Children and Families. They support reunification when it's possible. I mean, a lot of people, they are foster care parents, and they, for some reason, don't like the biological parents, right? And I know how it can be. I used to be this way. They were taken for a reason, and it's crazy when they're abused and stuff like that. And you look at the parents differently, and I had to learn how not to, right? Um, it's hard. It's very hard to try to help them sometimes when you know what these kids have went through and what people have done. It can be hard. The woman I knew had to fight for everything, including food, and she still thought she did when I knew her. Yeah, a lot of people do. Did she live on the streets? Did she? A lot of people age out of the system and go right to the streets. No, not on the streets. Okay, that's good. So, but she still had to fight for food and stuff like that. Fight for everything. You said, man. Yeah, gotcha. So she had to fight for everything when she was a child. there was probably not a lot of food, so she probably had to fight for everything. Thank you guys for being on here with me and hanging out. I mean, I know that foster care is a calling. I know that a lot of people don't know a lot about it. So I'm totally psyched and glad that people are on here watching and learning about foster care and getting some of the awareness. I love it. I thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the comments. And this is how I want it to be. I want it to be interactive. I want it to be um, people getting help, the help that they need. Like Nagato, they know somebody that's been in foster care, and they've been around that person. It's probably a friend of theirs. That, of course, when you're a friend and you're close to somebody, it it involves you as well. Again, go ahead and check out the content, the uploaded content. There is a playlist that says foster care 101 that you'll be able to go ahead and look at the videos. There's one going to be dropping Friday, this Friday coming up at 2 o'clock, and they'll be dropping at 2 o'clock from here on out. The next one is going to be the home study, what it looks like when the state comes into your home when you're going to foster. The home study. Oh, she wasn't your friend. Wasn't a friend. She didn't let anyone get that close to her. She was very closed off. Yeah, a lot of people in foster care and stuff like that do get closed off because they've been in so many places and so many different situations that they don't want to get close to anybody, because when they get close to people, they get taken away from them or they have to go somewhere else. So they don't like getting close to people. A lot of it can be mental abuse as well. Them feeling that they're not worthy to be anybody's friend, so they stay to themselves and they isolate themselves, and they let their mind beat them up that they're nobody, and what their parents and what they been around tell them is what they take on, and it becomes their identity. Yeah, there's an identity crisis in foster care. That's another thing that I want to help change. People need to know who they really are instead of who people tell them that they are. Because people pick on people and people judge people, and people get that and hang on to it and cling on to it, and then they start believing it. Just hanging out. In the link below in the description, I did put the link for our Facebook pages, our Facebook page, our Facebook group, our Instagram, our threads. I did go ahead and put in there the Tribe Resource app too as well. Yeah, I love hanging out and just hanging out with you guys. And like I said, I want this to be a place where people can get help and help each other, right? So I would love that. I want to build a community. If anybody has any ideas and how we can make this a community and make this community better, go ahead and put it in the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say about it. Yeah, we want to bring hope. We want to bring hope to people um, that there's a better life out there for people. hmm And that does work for a lot of people. Having hope, right? It's hoping things get better. But the thing with hope is, if we don't put in the work and we just sit around and do nothing, then it's just hope. There's no action to it, right? And hope is great, but I want to put action to the hope. I want to get into the world and raise awareness of a thing that people like to push to the side. People like to say, well, it's just for them, or they're the only ones called to it, or I could never do that. I want to be the one that says, yes, you can do that. Because a lot of people don't like to get involved in these things because they don't want to get attached. They don't want to um, have a kid and they leave. What's going to happen when that child leaves and goes back to their family? Well, that's actually the goal of foster care, is that they go back to their families. And that's what the hope is of the foster care families, biological families, and the kids that are in foster care, is that they go back to their families and it's safe there and they can stay there. Hopefully, everybody is sharing and liking the page and subscribing to the page. If you have any idea what can help, what is hope to you? What is hope to you? That's a good question. What is hope to you? Yeah. Well, we know what hope is, but what is it to you? Hope for you is why you live. Okay. To bring others hope and hope to myself. Well, that's a good reason. You get called crazy for it. I can see that. But a lot of people get called crazy for what they've been called to do. The Bible says that faith is the substance of things not seen, but the things that are hoped for. Actually, no. His faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of the things not seen. That's what it is. Man. So I just started this YouTube channel. I got 66 subscribers on here so far. And it's really not about the amount of subscribers, really. I want to have, like I said, I want to have a community. I want to be a place where people can get help and people can help people. I just want to build that and bring hope to people. It's a good thing to do. So I hope that there's no like bots on here or anything like that, because I really want real people on here. Yes, but sometimes one must fall into despair to be brought to even greater hope. Yeah, that's very true. Because to be honest with you, we wouldn't know what the good times were if we didn't have the bad times, right? That's very true. Mm. So, where are you from, Nagato? Are you from the United States? Okay. Did you know that there's over 400,000 kids in the foster care system in the United States? It's a lot of people. What state do you live in? North Carolina. Let's see how many people. Right now, I'm looking at how many people are actually in foster care in North Carolina. Oh, this might shock you. In North Carolina, there's 15,870 kids in the foster care system. 15,870. That's crazy. They have them by county as well. So if you tell me what county you live in, I can tell you how many foster care kids that live in your county. Wow. 0.6% of the kids in foster care. Um, yep. Okay. Awesome. That's good. It's just crazy that there's over 15,000 kids in your state that are in foster care. Oh, she was from Japan. Okay.